You think he destroyed you, shattered your confidence, broke your heart into pieces you're still finding. But what if I told you he didn't break anything? He just revealed cracks that were already there. Cracks you'd been covering up your entire life. This isn't about blaming you. This is about freeing you. Because once you understand this, no man will ever have that power again. This will be uncomfortable to hear. It's easier to blame him for everything, to stay in the victim story. But staying there keeps you stuck, waiting for an apology that won't heal you even if it comes. The real power is in asking, what did this relationship show me about myself that I wasn't ready to see? The mirror effect. Painful relationships are mirrors. They don't create wounds. They expose them. Every trigger, every insecurity, every moment you abandoned yourself to keep him. That pattern existed before he did. He didn't make you feel unworthy. He activated an unworthiness that was already living inside you. He didn't make you abandon your boundaries. He revealed you never had solid ones to begin with. He didn't make you lose yourself. He showed you that you didn't have a strong sense of self to lose. This isn't blame, this is power, because if he created these problems, only he can fix them. But if he revealed problems that were already yours, you can heal them yourself without needing anything from him. Wounds exposed. Let's get specific. What did his treatment reveal about what you already believed? If you tolerated crumbs, you already believed you didn't deserve the full meal. Somewhere in childhood, you learned that scraps of love were all you could expect. He didn't teach you to accept less. You arrived that way, and he simply took advantage of it. If you couldn't leave, you already had an abandonment wound so deep that bad love felt better than no love. The terror of being alone wasn't about him. It was about a little girl who learned that being left meant being worthless. If you lost your identity, you already didn't have a solid one. You'd been shape-shifting to please people your whole life. Parents, friends, society. He was just the latest person you disappeared into. He didn't erase you. You were already erasing yourself. If his validation meant everything, you already had an empty space inside where self-worth should live. You outsourced your value to his opinion because you never learned to generate it from within. See the pattern? He didn't create any of this. He just walked into the room and flipped on the lights. Why this reframe matters. The victim narrative feels safe. He's the villain, you're innocent, the story is clean, but it's also a prison because if he broke you, you need him to fix you. You need the apology, closure, the acknowledgement. Your healing depends on someone who already proved he can't be trusted. The empowered narrative is harder. He revealed wounds that were mine before him. But this means you don't need anything from him to heal. Not his remorse, not his understanding, not his return. Your healing is entirely in your hands. This doesn't excuse his behavior. He was wrong. He caused pain. Both things can be true. He treated you badly, and he exposed wounds you needed to heal anyway. His cruelty is his karma. Your healing is your responsibility. The childhood blueprint trace every wound he exposed back far enough, and you'll find its origin. Usually childhood. Usually a parent, caregiver, or early experience that taught you love looks like this. The coldness that devastated you, familiar. Dad was cold too. The inconsistency that kept you hooked, just like mom. Sometimes loving, sometimes absent. The criticism that crushed you. You heard it first from someone who was supposed to protect you. He felt like home because dysfunction was home. You weren't drawn to his red flags despite your better judgment. You were drawn to them because they felt like love. Because they were the only love you knew. He didn't break your heart. He broke it open. And inside, you found every wound you'd been running from. The gift in the wreckage. Here's the brutal truth. This relationship might be the best thing that ever happened to you. Not because he was good for you, but because losing him forced you to finally face yourself. Before him, you could pretend, stay busy, distract, avoid. But after, the pain was too big to outrun. You had to sit in it. And in that sitting, you finally saw what had been there all along. The cracks in your foundation you'd been decorating around instead of repairing. Heartbreak is an invitation, not to analyze him, not to understand why he did what he did, but to understand why you stayed, why you accepted it, why you needed him so badly. Those answers have nothing to do with him and everything to do with you. The rebuild now comes, the real work, not moving on, not finding someone new, healing what he revealed. Step 1, identify the core wound. What was the deepest pain in this relationship? Not what he did, how it made you feel. Unworthy, abandoned, invisible, not enough. That feeling is the wound. He just pressed on it. Step 2, trace it back. When did you first feel this way? Who taught you this feeling? Usually there's a childhood memory, a pattern, a relationship that installed this wound before you knew how to protect yourself. Step 3, grieve the original loss. The tears you're crying aren't just about him. They're about every time you felt this way and couldn't process it. Let yourself grieve the little girl who deserved better and didn't get it. She's the one who really needs your attention. Step 4, reparent yourself. Give yourself now what you needed then. Consistent love, unconditional acceptance, firm boundaries, the message that you're worthy simply because you exist. Become the parent, partner, and protector you always needed. Step 5, raise your standards, not just for men, for yourself. Stop abandoning yourself for connection. Stop tolerating treatment that confirms your wounds. Stop choosing people who feel familiar when familiar means painful. The freedom. When you do this work, something magical happens. The next man who tries to treat you poorly won't devastate you. He'll just reveal himself as someone who doesn't belong in your healed life. You'll feel the red flag and walk away, not because you're hard or guarded, but because you've closed the wounds he would have exploited. No one can break what's already whole. No one can exploit wounds that are already healed. No one can make you feel unworthy when you know your worth from the inside out. He didn't break you. He revealed what was already broken so you could finally fix it. That's not his gift to you. He didn't do it intentionally, but it's the gift you can claim from the wreckage. Stop waiting for him to understand what he did. Stop needing his apology. Stop giving him power over your healing. Take back the pen. Rewrite the story. You're not a victim of his cruelty. You're a woman who finally has the chance to heal wounds she's been carrying since long before he arrived. That's not a tragedy. That's a transformation waiting to happen. If this shifted something in you, subscribe for more psychology that turns pain into power. Comment below. What did your heartbreak reveal about you? Now the real work begins, and you're ready for it.